Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn the top 4 mistakes people make when they start their business. So if you want to learn what not to do, then keep watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm Teresa and I'm going to help you start off your business right by teaching you the top 4 mistakes people make when they're starting their network marketing business. These are going to be game changers for you. You may not see how right at first, so I hope you'll trust me enough to take this seriously. And we're going to get right into it. The number 1 mistake that people make when starting their network marketing business is they think it is someone else's job to make sure their business grows. If you can take responsibility for your business right from the very beginning, you will be quicker at finding solutions, you'll be better at networking with people who can help you, and you'll attract the kind of people who will build your business with you. It can be kind of an epidemic in this business to think that you can get lucky, sign someone up who really runs with it, and then you get to sit back and make a bunch of money. Now, out loud we say, no, but deep inside we sometimes kind of let ourselves hope for that. This is a real business. It takes work, it takes strategy, but the coolest thing about this industry is that you get to become successful while you're learning how to do it. You don't have to wait until after you get good at it. This is your job, your business, your responsibility. So if you find yourself thinking your business isn't growing because of anyone but you, start working on that right now and change your perspective. The number 2 mistake that people make when starting their network marketing business is they blame other people for what is or isn't happening in their business. They blame their upline, they blame their downline, they blame corporate, they blame their life situation, their family. Don't let yourself get caught in that trap. Here are some examples of blaming statements that you might catch yourself making. Well, it's because he, she, they, blank. He made me blank. He made me feel. She made me mad. If she wouldn't blank, you blank, you don't, you won't, you spend, you never. If you find yourself starting a sentence like this, stop yourself, back up, and work to figure out a solution. Stopping the blame game is really hard because it's easy to see so many things that other people do that really affect our business. I could tell you so many stories of situations in my business where if you knew the whole story, you would absolutely agree that I had a right to put some of that blame on someone else. You would agree it wasn't all my fault, but you know that when I would finally grow mature enough and learn enough leadership skills that I could finally accept real responsibility for the situation, all of a sudden I'd figure out a solution and I'd be able to resolve it, even if the other person didn't change. Do you want to know the beauty of stopping the blame game? If it's somebody else's fault, then you have no control. There's nothing you can do about it. But if it's all your fault, do you realize how much power that gives you? That means you can fix it. This isn't a subservient thing. It's a humble thing, but not subservient. This will look like you taking charge. The 3rd mistake people make when starting their network marketing business is they make excuses for what is or isn't happening in their business. Here are some excuses I hear on a pretty regular basis, and let's be honest, they're ones that are tempting to make. No one wants to do network marketing. The market is saturated where I live. Nobody has money where I live. I don't know anyone. Here are some examples of excuse statements. I can't. He, she, they won't. I have no blank. Fill in the blank. I have no willpower. I have no support. I have no skills. I'm not good at blank. Did you know that there's actually a psychological thing that happens as soon as we start making excuses? Our brains stop trying to figure out a solution. Our brains take in literally millions of pieces of information every single day. When we make an excuse for why we can't accomplish something, we can't save money, can't lose weight, can't get a job, your brain thinks it can't use that information to accomplish that thing. So that information is just there. I'm sure you've wondered why some people get all successful and others don't. Because when you refuse to make excuses, then you're ultimately setting a goal. If there's no reason I can't lose weight, then I'm going to lose weight. And nothing's going to make me believe that's not possible. If I refuse to accept excuses for why I can't enroll people, then what happens is your brain starts using all of those millions of pieces of information to funnel it into solution for the problem. And you'll be surprised at the solutions your brain will come up with. Crazy stuff, ways you would never have thought of before. The 4th mistake people make when they're starting their network marketing business is they listen to that voice in their head that tells them they can't do it. A lot of people call this limiting beliefs. We all have limiting beliefs that we hang on to. I thought I had gotten past my limiting beliefs. I was seeing success. I wasn't letting anything stop me until one day I went to a training and something hit me. And I realized one of my biggest limiting beliefs is that I don't believe I can run as fast as I want with this business and take good care of me. I believed I had to choose. But guess what? As soon as I was able to recognize that I really believed that, it gave me the power to start changing it. What is your limiting belief? We can't fix them all at once, so just pick one, because I'm going to have you write it down, and I want you to think about why you love hanging on to that limiting belief. Now, I know most of you are thinking, excuse me, I hate my limiting belief. I have tried to get over this forever. Don't tell me I love it. But let me introduce you to a concept. There is something you are getting out of it. There's a reason you keep holding on to it. It's easy to reject this idea at first, but think about mine. What did my limiting belief give me? It gave me an excuse. I don't need to balance my life because it's impossible. I had an excuse to keep doing what I was doing instead of learning a more healthy way of running my business and my life. What about I don't have anything important to say, or I'm not good in front of a group? What would you get out of that? When it's time to step out and be in that situation, I get to shrink back and not get out of my comfort zone because I'm not good at it. Do you see? If you will dig deep enough, you will find that your limiting belief allows you to stay inside your comfort zone, not stretch, not grow. You are better than that. You have things to accomplish. You have things to achieve. I have a quote I want you to write down, maybe in the front panel of your notebook or somewhere where you are going to see it really often, because I want you to refer to it. The more time you spend outside of your comfort zone, the larger your comfort zone becomes. I'm going to throw in a bonus for you. I don't add this to the 4 mistakes people make when they're starting their business, because this isn't something people usually do at the beginning. This is something that usually happens after someone has started to see some success. In doTERRA, it seems to happen around diamond rank. There are 2 different things I hear that are both a very dangerous road to start going down. The first one is, I've already tried that, or I've already heard that. As soon as you say or think that sentence, learning stops. I've had leaders who come to me wanting help because they're stuck in their business and they ask for advice or training on what can be done. Sometimes I can see the solution so clearly, but they think they've already tried that option. Their mind closes and they can never see that, yeah, they tried it, but they didn't do it in the right way, or they didn't do it at the right time, or they didn't do it with the right person. Always be open to learning. And the second thing I hear is, I had to build this by myself. I didn't have any support. Don't ever let yourself say those words. I don't care what help you didn't get. You did have all the trainings from all the leaders who came before you. I was in doTERRA at the beginning before we had tools or a back office or a building or oils for that matter. And I had to trudge uphill in the snow both ways. But how many personal development books did I read from people who had spent hours and years preparing to share that information with me? How often did I go to the owners to ask questions and have them help me? And how many times was I able to learn from other network marketers who had gone before me and created amazing trainings? And a lot of those people I never even talked to once, but if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. Always remember to be grateful. If you do this, nothing can stop you. Time to get your notebook out, and I want you to be prepared that this action item is going to be emotional for many of you. I want you to write down 3 excuses or blaming statements, and you can mix and match them, that you catch yourself making sometimes or all the time. And I want you to commit to yourself that you are going to consciously stop allowing yourself to make them. This means you can't make them inside your head either. And I want you to pick one limiting belief that you have about yourself or about what is or isn't possible for you. I want you to write it in your notebook, and you're going to work on it as you go through these steps until it isn't a limiting belief for you anymore. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you think this training will help somebody, pass it on. And also, get real with me today and tell me what your limiting belief is and what you're going to do to stop it. Put it in the comments. If you get real with me and post yours, it gives other people permission to be real and post theirs. We're all human and we all have something. Also, my other videos will be on the side if you want to check them out. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And if nobody's told you yet today, you guys are amazing and you are going to change lives. You really are.